Oh yeah, I mean, I'm no angel, but if somebody dropped a $20 bill, like you should pick it up and give it back to the guy that you seen drop it. Like I feel like that would be a huge life lesson.
Okay, so what if somebody? Okay, let's say you just found a $20 bill, but you don't know who it's from. Do you go around asking people if they lost $20
No,
bills, or do you just
no,
you
I
just
take
take
it.
it?
That's a blessing. What are you talking about?
Oh,
If
blessing.
I seen it fall out of somebody's pocket, then you know,
Blessings upon blessings.
absolutely.
I don't know.
I did one time when I was like 17. I was going into Walmart and I seen this guy drop like a $50 bill. Like he checked his list in his pocket, and then when he went to put his list back in his pocket, the money fell out. And like I didn't give that back, and I kind of feel bad about that to this day.
Still holds it in his
I
heart.
I've been carrying that forever, and I feel terrible.
That's why he pays it forward so much.
I I try to now. I try to now. I love buying somebody like a lunch or supper, or if I know somebody, or even if I don't know them, I like to pay for their meal when I'm paying, and then I like to leave before they figure out that I paid for them.
He's literally like, hurry up, let's go.
Because I think it's
Don't
cooler,
linger.
or I think it's better when they find out like, oh, that person paid for me, and it's almost even cooler when they haven't even seen me. You know what I mean? I remember
Yeah.
like an old couple were sitting over there, and I'm like, I told this lady, it was in Mobridge. I don't remember the place now, but I told her like, hey, pay for those guys' meal, and then she's like, that's so sweet of you. Like I'm like, oh, yeah, thanks. Or like it made me feel good, but like I'm pretty sure they never even seen who I was. You know what I mean? And I thought that was kind of cool to be like, oh, the guy that was sitting behind you paid for your meal. You're like, oh man, I didn't even see what he looked like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they were super old. So like,
Has anybody ever paid for your stuff? Like
mm,
meals, surprisingly?
I mean, you always go out to eat with certain people, and like sometimes somebody will pay, like dad or somebody like
but like,
that.
what do you do? Like,
I don't
non
know
person?
if anybody's ever paid it forward like that.
Not to you.
I seen one time at the Cenex, like all the I don't want to say they're not old, but like older gentlemen anyway. Like they all come in and get their coffee. So like I seen somebody that must have paid like $10, and I don't know what coffee is, maybe 65 cents or something. But like he's like, here's $10, pay for whoever gets coffee. You know what I mean? For till this is out, and like I mean I didn't drink regular coffee from the Cenex, so like I didn't get any, but like I thought that was cool. You know what I mean? And that's like a small town type thing.
Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of interesting to see.
I've had people pay, like people I've never seen before pay for my stuff before.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I told you about it, but some guy paid for me and my sisters and like six kids' supper.
Damn.
And no, I've had people do that for me before.
Huh. Do you do you think it's because you're a woman
It could be.
and you have like 6 kids with you?
Well, it was just me and my two other sisters, and we have. There were 7 kids with us.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you think that
It could have
mattered
been.
at all? Because like
No, I
I've
don't-
never had
no,
anybody
that-
pay for me, and you said it happens to you all the time.
Well, not all the time, but I can have a handful of times where it's happened to me.
That's enough, though. I mean, that's
I don't know.
that's interesting to think about, I guess.
Yeah, like.
Must be nice to have all that privilege. No.
Or. I give another example if you want me to.
No, I believe you.
Okay.
I believe that happens a lot. I don't know, but I don't know. I just think it's cool. Like, I like to give money if I know it's going to be used for something positive. Positive, I don't want to give it to like a homeless person that's just going to buy drugs or alcohol. I would rather give it to like we were at the carnival that time, and these kids came up and needed a ticket, right? Or 2 tickets or something. They needed some tickets to go on the rides. And we had a weird amount. So our 2 sons like pretty much couldn't go on any more rides. So I was like, well, here you guys go. And then gave it to them. And it wasn't a whole lot, but I mean, those tickets were like $5 a piece. It was ridiculous. It was robbery.
No, I've never had like an expensive amount I've paid it forward to, but like I've bought someone's coffee behind me before, or
I've done that too, actually. Now that you say that, at Shooters
yeah, scooters.
or Scooters is out of
Scooters.
Scooters. I always put the shooters in it, so I just call it
Oh,
Shooters.
he does.
Gotta get that Kahlua in that coffee.
No.
Oh, that's funny,
Yeah, mine's never been like a significant amount.
right?
Like that meal that a guy paid for was well over $100.
Oh, easy with.
And we were all gonna pay, like our own families were gonna pay, and he just did it all for us, which was really nice of him.
Dang. That would be nice, I guess. That would be nice. That's a blessing. I think blessings are nice, especially when you can do it for people that aren't expecting it, you know. And then I think the reason I like to do it when nobody, like when they don't know that I paid for it, is because, like, if I go up to somebody and say, "Hey, I'm gonna pay for your meal," they're like, "Oh no, you don't have to do that." Like, I want to skip all of the I want to say it's like guilt, maybe, like they feel guilty that you're buying
For
them
sure,
a meal.
I felt extremely guilty
Right.
when that happened. I
So
felt
I would-
guilty, so I want to repay them.
So I would rather just do it and then not make them feel guilty about it. And maybe if they did know, like we did that to my buddy last week, I paid for his meal and he texted me and was
Shout out
like,
to
"Hey,
you."
you didn't have to do that. Yeah, you know who you are." But maybe he felt guilty too because he knew it was me doing it, you know. So
They should have told him.
I did. I just told her to. I didn't tell her not to tell him,
No.
right? I guess, but like maybe he felt guilty a little bit, and he told me like, "I have to get you back now," which is kind of cool then in that sense, because like now he has to take us out to eat, you know, maybe, and that's not why I did it, but like it would be a fun thing to do is to go on
Yeah.
like a double date with them guys, but that's why I try and do that. I try to pay for somebody's meal so that way. And then they don't know that it was me, so that way I think I can get away from that guilt that they would feel. Like, oh, you don't have to do that, you know, you don't have to pay for that or whatever. But like, I just feel like it just being a blessing like that, so where you can avoid that is like the best way. Because then they can't feel guilty because they don't know you and they're just like, oh my God, that's so awesome. You know what I mean? And you never know, like it could be like that $20 or $30 that you save somebody could mean the world to them, you know? Or I like to buy like extra Taco Johns and hand out tacos or
Tacos or free tacos.
yeah, stuff like that. But I would rather do that than give somebody $20 and have them go get alcohol, I guess.
I feel that way too. I'd rather even not even like give cash, like you said. Like I would give you a gift card
Right.
or whatever, but I would never give it money. Who I know is going to abuse the cash.